So what is your proven and repeatable sales process? You create that from your business. You have to create it and you have to adjust it and you have to means test it and you have to try it and you have to kind of scratch off that playbook every quarter or every half a year and take a look
Exactly.
at it and adjust it to what's going on in the marketplace. But now what you've done is you've created an asset for your business
Mhm.
because you've got a process and you've got a system and you got a sales playbook, right? That's why I'm passionate about doing this. Because somebody buying your business, doesn't matter how profitable you are, they're going to say, well, okay, who sells for you, right? How do customers get in the door? And if you say, well, I'm the owner, I do all the selling. No one's going to buy that business, right? Because I ain't buying the
Nope.
business. I'm now a salesperson I got to run my own business. I got, ain't going to happen. So you've got to create a process and a system and a playbook for that. Now, the most important P that we're going to talk about is the people, right?
Mm.
And so if you have a really good system and a process, and you have a really good playbook, and there's a difference between the two, and you have people to drive it, and you're coaching them to success, well, now you've got a evergreen revenue producing machine in your business.
Yeah.
Now, many business owners, the ones that I deal with, right, it's tough to get top shelf A-level salespeople. You just can't afford it as a small business people. They want to sell for Oracle. They want to sell for Salesforce. They want to sell for Facebook, right? They want to sell, in systems and companies that there's the OTE is $3 million a year, and a small business just can't afford that. So what you have to do is
Because they're paid by going out and hunting and killing.
right. So you're going to get C-level players, but you're going to have a system and a process that will make them B-level players or maybe make them up to A-level players. And so that's why it is so critical. And we have the 5 Ps, right? So you've got the people, you've got the processes, you've got the playbook, you've got to manage their production on a daily basis. So what are they doing? Are they doing outbound phone calls? How many meetings are they doing? You've got to coach them up for success, right? So it's really driving the entirety of the system. And it's tough, right? It's tough as a business owner because you got to do all the other stuff
I was
too.
just gonna say,
Yeah.
when do they have time to do this?
They don't,
And
right? That's
how
why you got,
many of those real key business owners are the original salesperson that can actually reproduce a profitable plan that can go forward? They came into what I find in most early businesses is they come in and they've got this idea, oh, I can do this better. Maybe it's sales, maybe it's marketing, maybe it's founder creation, something else. And then they mistakenly wrap a business around it. They're not a salesperson or a sales team.
right.
Rarely do they have that skill set.
Right. And sometimes they just have kind of intuitively figured out how to sell stuff, right?
Exactly.
And so now the problem, and you just hit on something mission critical, is they can't articulate how they just intuitively know how to do this
Exactly.
to the
It's up
salespeople. And
here.
that,
I got
yeah,
it, right? The recipe's here.
yeah. I could wake you up as this owner of this business at 3 o'clock in the morning and say, sell me, and you will, right? You just will
Right.
go into muscle memory. And so what we say is we kind of sit down and we translate and extrapolate everything that you have in the owner of how you sell stuff and why you sell stuff and create that process so that
Mm,
we then could teach it or you could teach it to salespeople.
right.
Or sometimes you have people that have never sold before, but they maybe have a personality that you think will reside well with your prospects and your clients. And so
Mhm.
you're going to give them a chance to be the salesperson, but you got to set them up for success. So I
Absolutely.
firmly believe that, yes, if you think about the number one cost in any business is the cost of lost sales, right? So we're going to help plug that hole of the number one cost in a business.